Hello everyone and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. Today we're in the world of Copperdale building a tiny home. I wanted to do a tiny home for a while now and I thought what better way than to do one. So it's a small 1-bed, 1-bath home, ideal for 1 or 2 Sims. And I chose this lot in Copperdale that's kind of off by itself, secluded. I believe there's like a vacation rental here originally. But I bulldozed it to build this here because I thought it was just perfect. It had the most beautiful location that I actually wanted. So yeah, we're putting it together now. The shape of it actually goes together pretty quickly. It's very narrow, but that's expected with a tiny home of that style. So yeah, it's small but affordable at 36,311 simoleons. So it's not too bad. It's nicely styled as well. We use a mixture of packs. I did want to quickly mention that my creator code for a limited time will offer a 5% discount on select Sims 4 purchases until January 26, 2025. You can use it for expansion packs, game packs, stuff packs, and pre-made bundles. It doesn't work for kits or make your own bundles. So if you happen to be picking up a pack, feel free to use my creator code. I do appreciate your support. And hopefully that 5% discount is helpful. That's like the first time ever they've done that. So it's very cool to be able to offer a discount now using the creator code. So back to the build, I went for a warm orangey wood tone. We use a dark Home Chef Hustle kitchen and a lot of eco lifestyle windows and doors and everything to bring in a lot of light, because due to limited space, I wanted to have enough area for like furniture and stuff, so there are limited windows. So it's nice to be able to have these giant sliding glass doors on either end of the house. Like we have one in the bedroom there, and then one on the main living space as well. I fully play tested this build and there are actually no issues with anything. The only thing that there is a slight issue with is here with the little stand that I put up for the TV. Sims will actually not use this doorway. I think I put the TV thing a little bit too closer to the doorway. I think I needed to be just a little bit closer to the dining table, but then I wanted enough room for the chair too. So it's like, I don't know, give or take. But your Sims, if they want to go like out back or whatever, they'll just use the front door. So, I mean, it looks nice. I'm sorry that it's not functional, but everything else is. Also in the bathroom, I did like these shelves in the vanity, which we'll get to later. I used the Home Chef Hustle shelves. And I put like clutter on them. I actually spent a bit of time putting some clutter on them and then like using the tool mod to lower them down onto the shelves because they were kind of like floating. Like all this stuff is here right now. So yeah, then when I shared it to the gallery, it got removed. So that kind of sucks. So they're just empty shelves in the bathroom, but yeah, it is what it is. I don't know. The nice thing is the stuff in the kitchen did not get deleted. So I'm very happy about that because I actually stack a bit more clutter up on that kitchen window there, which it would be nice if it had actual snap points, but it's okay. Move objects and tool working its magic. So, you know, I just thought I'd do a little bit of kitchen clutter because I wasn't able to like clutter up the countertop areas because you need one tile free or one cabinet or countertop free, whatever you want to call it, to be able to prepare meals. So it's very limited space in a small home like this. So I thought putting some clutter up there, you know, is a bit better of a move than, you know, potentially making the only worktop space that you have not functional. So we also use these horizontal wooden slats to create like accent walls. I do this in the main living like entrance hall area that leads back to the living space and also behind the primary bedroom and the only bedroom bed area. So yeah, and we do some nice neutral colored tones mixing with lights and darks. And I also do a similar wood tone to the floor, but on a nice accent wall, which I think this is actually really, really nice. Base game shower, base game toilet, and I'm not sure where the sink came from that we put in here in the bathroom, but very nicely styled. I also put in a window in this bathroom, the same one that I use in the kitchen, and this is where I was spending the time putting the clutter on the shelves, and yeah, it didn't even stay, so sucks, but it's okay. It's all right. Not going to let it bother me, although it is. But, because it really does look nice having the clutter on it. So when you go grab it from the gallery, it just won't have it. And you can't really do that because, you can't add your own clutter because I resized the shelves because they're actually quite large, which maybe I probably shouldn't have done that. Maybe that would have made it better for the clutter to actually stay. But I was afraid that the sink wouldn't work, but it does. So it's not a big deal. Just have empty shelves. So whatever, it's cool. It's fine. No big deal. If you do want to grab this build, it is available on the Sims 4 gallery. Here is the gallery listing. I just called it ECOHome, but eco in all caps. There isn't a whole lot of eco-related things. I didn't do any kind of water tanks or any kind of off-the-grid stuff. But I did do a solar panel roof. So the roof tiles that I used on the roof pieces are actually solar panels. So you don't need to have those ugly ones on the roof or anything like that. So that'll actually generate electricity for you. How much? I don't really know. Because I mean, there is a lot of it compared to a solar panel, but I'm not really sure how much it'll generate for your Sims, but hopefully enough to kind of offset the cost of running this house. But there aren't a whole lot of lights in here either. So that's also a plus. We do have a few ceiling lights you can see there and stuff and a couple of lamps, but overall it's not very much. So I think it'll offset it quite a bit, I would hope. Just putting some clutter around and kind of finishing up the interior, but we are pretty much done. And now we're going to move on to the exterior and we're going to do some landscaping. We're going to build this back patio area. So there is a staircase that leads up to that one door there, which unfortunately ended up being not functional. But if you did move the TV stand and stuff over just a little bit, I'm sure it would be fine. I think I just put it a little too close because I think the Sims kind of go out the middle of that giant glass door. And I was a bit too close to the area that they would go out the door with. So yeah, but if you just shift the furniture, it'll be fine. It'll be good. I did match the landscaping to Copperdale and especially this particular lot because it has really tall trees. And everything like that. And it's just really nice. A lot of bushes and flowers and shrubs, but it's not too much. It's just enough landscaping. I also add a bonfire pit as well, which we'll get to, which is a base game item that was actually added in a recent patch, probably a couple months ago. So your Sims can actually use that. You can't I don't think you can roast marshmallows on. Actually, maybe you can. They'll just stand. They won't sit to roast marshmallows, but I'm pretty sure they can stand and roast marshmallows at it. But yeah, it's a pretty big bonfire area. I actually kind of thought, because I put it off to the side by the trees, I was like, oh, this is probably not a good idea, but it's okay. It's The Sims. We don't have to worry about that. It's not going to, light the trees on fire or anything, which kind of a bad segue, but California and everything, what's going on right now is just so sad. I was watching the news last night. They did a 2020 special report, and they were showing all the devastation and everything. And it is just so sad. I feel so sad for anybody impacted by that and what they lost and everything like that. But I'm so glad that most people were able to evacuate and there haven't been too many deaths. I think so far there's just been slightly more than 10, which is unfortunate, but considering they've evacuated hundreds of thousands of people, I'd say the numbers are very good, but it's just so heartbreaking. It actually made me kind of tear up a little bit. And it's just so scary too. Very scary. So make sure if you can and be able to donate to the American Red Cross or to, what's the other one? Yeah, there's the American Red Cross and the Salvation Army. That was another one that the 2020 special, mentioned to kind of help people out. But it's also nice to see people coming together and supporting each other. And they had this donation thing in one of the parking lots where everybody was kind of, bringing stuff to kind of help people out. And it's just nice to see that. But unfortunately, the circumstances are just absolutely terrible. But hopefully they're able to get everything under control and it actually stops burning and they can they'll be able to start rebuilding and everything. But it's just so sad. I feel for people, anybody that's impacted by it. I'm just so sorry. My heart goes out to you. I know we had a drought here on the East Coast quite a few months ago, and there were actually some wildfires and stuff, and it was actually kind of scary there. Luckily, none around where I particularly live, but there were people that were impacted and some family members too. So it is very, very scary to have that kind of threat. And unfortunately, it's just going to be more and more as, global warming and stuff take hold. I was trying to do skylights, as you saw there quickly. In the roof, but then I was having some weird issues with it. So we actually do glass end pieces over the like two side porch balcony things, which is nice because it brings more light into them because they were actually so dark before without the light. But here are the screenshots. And again, this build is called EcoHome. You can find it on the Sims 4 gallery. My EA ID is just TheSimified. So you can go grab that. You can go check out some of my other creations I have on there. And yeah, I upload all my stuff there. So it's all good. You can find a bunch of different things from community lots to houses to this build to other builds you might see on the channel here. Also, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate that. And drop a comment below. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know any kind of like 2025 resolutions you have going on. Anything you're looking for with The Sims in 2025. I know on the 14th of January, they're going to be doing a new Behind the Sims special event. So make sure you tune into that. I think it'll be a live stream here on YouTube. Pre-recorded, of course. They've done those before, the Behind the Sims. But I'm actually very excited and looking forward to seeing what they have to show us. And yeah, just it's nice to have the updates from the team. And it's nice to have them in that kind of format too. It's kind of nice, kind of cool, kind of different compared to like a live stream or anything. It's a full-on like production kind of thing, but it's still very cool. But this is the outdoor space and this is the little patio space. I did put some planters there so your Sims can garden as well. We just have lounge chairs and a table. But I do hope you enjoyed this speed build. That's all I had for this one. I do thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.